What's going on? What's going on? It's Brad, and this is LGTM Healing. And today we're talking about performance anxiety. It's something that we regularly deal with and don't know that we don't have to deal with it the way that we deal with it. Yeah, we still got to experience it, but it doesn't have to cause so much struggle and strain in our lives. Let's break it down. Let's say you got a job interview or something. You know everything that you want to say. You've been working it, you have all the credentials for this job that you want to apply for or that you have applied for. Now it's time for the interview, and all of your value that you wanted to convey to this interviewer goes out the window. Everything that you had in mind to say, like, you just cannot remember. They start asking you questions, you're drawing blanks, and you just know that during this interview, you're not presenting your best self. You walk out hoping that, that they just give you a chance for the job instead of feeling like, yeah, I got that in the bag. This is a performance anxiety issue. And the reason why it happens is your nervous system sees whatever you're putting like real importance on, and it hijacks whatever energy that you was going to put into it and uses that, for safety. It feels like you're tripping. It feels like whatever this is in front of you, it doesn't want to do because you're giving it like a dangerous type of vibe, and you're probably breathing shallowly while you're doing it, like while you're thinking about it. And this is just reinforcing that feeling to your nervous system and the rest of your body that this is something that we don't want to do. This is unsafe. So I'm going to just shut down our functions so that maybe you'll get the hint like we should be out of here. So all of the thoughts that you had and the value that you was really going to just show these people that you got within you, it starts being harder and harder to think about. Like it's just not coming to mind in the moment, and you probably have experienced after the interview all of the things that you wanted to say during the interview. They start coming back to mind. You like, wow, why am I remembering this now? Performance anxiety had a hold of you, and that's all. But you can breathe your way out of it. You feel me? Like these are things that we regularly deal with, and we just didn't get taught in school. Like, yo, you don't have to deal with that. Like the way that you're dealing with it, it's like, yeah, you may come across this anxiety, but you can breathe through that. Let me breathe through it with you. Like teachers weren't on that type of stuff, so we just felt tense and continued feeling tense and had those feelings throughout the day until we got home, and who knows, what we had to deal with once we got there. Like we just never understood how to de-stress our bodies, but we can do it via breath. And what else? Let's say, and one of the main fears that people have, like a lot of people would rather die than to go on a stage and publicly speak. And that just lets you know that performance anxiety definitely is in the mix with public speaking because people would rather die. That's crazy. Like than to go get on the stage. Like I don't just want to go get on no stage right now, but if they tell me the option is that or I'm gonna die, I'm getting on the stage. It's not that big of a fear, but I can definitely understand the uncomfortability of it. Like all the different people looking at you, and it's just like a weird environment if you aren't accustomed to that sort of attention, and it puts you in that sort of performance mode. Like you really, really just want to do good, and the more good that you want to do, you tend to like do the opposite. It's like it's interesting the way this stuff works out. Like the more and more you try it, the more you force it, and the more things tend to not go your way. Like that goes into power versus force. You could check out my last video. But when you try to force things, they really don't go your way. And that's what happens when you're trying to move from a dysregulated state instead of regulating yourself first before you move. You see what I'm saying? But another place where people tend to experience this performance anxiety is sexually, like in the bedroom. Just imagine, like, I'm not really sure how it is for the ladies and the different ways that y'all can. I'm sure y'all get anxious, but I don't know how it showed for y'all. Like maybe dryness or something. I'm not sure. But fellas, like I'm talking to y'all right now, that performance anxiety, if you've been through it, you get it. It's crazy. Like, like in this moment, it's nothing you want to do more than to wow this person. Yeah. If you put too much importance on it, if you are in your mind Like this person's on a pedestal and you just have to perform right now or she might not talk to you again and all that. Your body feels all this and it's saying, whoa, I don't want no parts of none of this. And it'll shut down everything that you wanted to use. All the, everything that you wanted to be able to do, you can't do right now. Everything is gummy. And you don't want it to be. This is really throwing you off. You can breathe through it. Like deep diaphragmatic breathing. In that moment, don't stress out. Don't get too tough on yourself. Like, why is this happening? Like, what's up with me? Nah, you don't gotta do all that. Relax. Be in the moment. Take the pressure off. Like you want to release the anxiety from the situation. And you can do that by breathing and by letting yourself know that you're gonna be good regardless of how the situation goes. Like just it's like an inner knowing, but you can I believe in you. You can get right. You just gotta focus on you and things will start to shift. Focus on breathing intentionally. Don't shallowly breathe. The more you shallow, like the more you just don't pant. That is literally signaling to your body that something's wrong. You're in danger right now. And it's like you may not be panting through your mouth. You may not even realize what's going on, but just take conscious notice of your breath because if you're breathing in shallow breaths, you're signaling danger to your body. You may not realize it, like you're cool, like you were just taking in some breaths, but your body is like, "Whoa, what's going on? Why is he breathing like this? Why is she breathing like this?" Got to be a situation. Red alert. It has every inch of your body alert, ready for some BS to happen, and you're in your mind trying to perform and be sexy and all this other stuff, and your body is seeing the person in front of you as danger, like a real threat. You and your body just got to get on one accord, and then you'll be able to move forward. But yeah, you can breathe through it, dog. You don't got to just be too anxious all the time. And let's just say another area of our life where we face performance anxiety is with meeting new people. Like we tend to put on an act, put on a mask, like as if we're something completely different than what we are, and it just gets a little weird sometimes. Just in the delivery and after the conversation, we can sometimes like kick ourselves. Like, what were we saying just now? What was that even about? Who was I trying to be? What was? You don't have to do all of that. Just relax, forgive yourself. You're not trying to just gook out. You're not trying to just be out here being the worst version of you. Like you go through things and if you don't like how you operate it, cool. Take a note from it and use that to get better the next time. But don't just be down on yourself for the things that you do. Like you're not just out here trying to mess up. You gotta give yourself some grace. So when you meet these new people, it's easier to not be so in your head, or it's easier to not be so anxious when you're not in your head. When you're in the moment, just observing what's going on. Like you see this person in front of you. You can use the environment to talk about different things. You can like if you actually have a genuine interest in this person, y'all can speak about, whatever. You can ask genuine questions, but it's after you get out of your mind and just put your focus, put your awareness into the world. Like because when you're in your mind, you could just be thinking of all the different things that can go wrong from your point of view. Like, what if she says, or what if he doesn't want to talk to me? What if they think I'm stupid? What if they think the things that I have to say aren't really valuable? And these things that I've been working on for years are gonna just get, treated as if they're nothing. And it's like, yeah, it's a possibility. Like everybody's not gonna mess with you, but are you gonna just not give anybody the chance to mess with you or what you got going on because you're scared to reach out, scared to talk to new people? It's like, yeah, you could live like that, but you could experience way more out of this life if you just get whatever that feeling is behind you and start allowing yourself to be able to speak to new people. Go make a friend. You feel me? And the last thing that we're going to talk about dealing with the performance anxiety is, let's say you're doing a task. You do something that you always do, but now somebody's watching you. Performance anxiety is definitely coming for you. Whoa, hold on, why you watching me? You always do this one thing alone, and you never even really think about your process because it's just something that you always do. But now you got somebody watching you, and you just start noticing how you're operating a little bit different. Like things that you would normally do, you're not doing, and things that you wouldn't normally do, you are doing. It's like, whoa, what's happening here? You're performing, and it's the anxiety within you that's causing this performance. Instead of you just being able to do the things and act the way you typically would act, this anxiety within you has you moving unusual. Got you doing different stuff. Got you tweaking. But you can, like I said before, the deep breaths. Do 6 breaths a minute. That's to 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out for your breathing. Try that one out for 5 minutes. In 5 seconds, out 5 seconds. Using your diaphragm. We're not chest breathing. When you breathe, you should see your stomach move out, not your chest moving. Like, you don't want this. You want, you see, my chest isn't, it's not that. We're not moving like that. Hope you caught it. Back it up if you didn't. You should be able to see it. We're not moving our chest when we breathe. We're moving our stomach. Then we're really going to just push all of that air down into the diaphragm. And this is really going to help you out. Like, this is going to cause you to not be so tense. You can shift out of that sympathetic state that you might be in, fight or flight, and you can go into a more parasympathetic state where you can rest, digest, recover. You can see the situation for what it is instead of what you're distorting it to be. You can relax, vibe. You see what I'm saying? And this is all, with your breath and with shifting your inner state. You don't have to deal with the performance anxiety to the level that you're dealing with it. Yeah, it'll come up, something you got to work through, but having the breath as a tool, intentionally deep breathing, diaphragmatically breathing, that'll shift things for you. You'll try it out. Next time you're faced with something that you usually have anxiety with, remember to breathe deeply. If you're breathing shallowly and you catch it, shift it. Don't beat yourself up. Just breathe deeply into your diaphragm. Deep belly breaths will get you where you want to be. But all right, I'm Brad, and this is LGTM Healing, where we get your mind right so you can go ahead and get your money right. I'll see you next time. You did.